I have David Williams, 2021 CF 11552AO.
Granted, notice of non-filing.
Yes, it does say that the offense was in 2019, so it's kind of strange about the warrant. I don't know if you've been complying or you went missing or.
I have Duncan, 2021 MM7313AO.
Granted, case was no billed.
But it doesn't matter. You'll talk to your attorney about this. Don't say anything else on the record, and I put a note in your system, and they'll make sure to look into it. Okay? All right. Thank you.
I have Turner, 2021 CF 11808AO.
Granted, case was no billed.
I have Ennis, 2021 CF 13754AO.
Granted, notice of non-filing.
All right, I have NASCAR, 2021 CF 12750AO.
Granted, notice of non-filing.
Spanish.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Laura Bretaña, Spanish interpreter, previously sworn.
Good morning, Ms. Downey. This is Judge Van calling from the BRC. I have a defendant and needs your assistance. If you can see if you can make a connection with my headsets.
There is contact, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Your Honor, I don't know if he answered. If we did,
Can we get move the microphone in front of his mouth?
Edgar Antonio Leiva Sequeira. Edgar Antonio Leiva Sequeira.
Edgar Antonio Leiva Sequeira.
Sir, you're here in case 2020 CF 8938AO on a violation of probation. Judge signing a warrant in this case set your bond at no bond. Your bond is going to remain at no bond. We're going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case. You have a great day, sir. And Madam Interpreter.
Yo no tengo fianza.
So I don't have a bond?
Correct. Have a great day.
Can we do the private attorney next because the victim needs Spanish?
Or does the defendant need Spanish?
Second? It's
Does it-
DV, yes, sir.
All right. Madam Interpreter, you can switch to overhead for me. I guess I have a victim. I'm not sure. What's the case?
Louis Mercado Bones,
Okay.
misdemeanor domestic.
All right.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'll wait her appearance and enter the denial on both.
Does your client need a service as Spanish interpreter as well?
My client does not, Judge. He speaks English.
All right. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Luis Artemio Mercado Bones.
Sir, you're here in case 2021 MM7764AO on a charge of battery domestic violence. Judge signing a warrant in this case already found probable cause for your arrest. Counsel, can you put your name on the record?
Good morning, Your Honor. Jose Rivas here on behalf of Mercado Bone Judge, and we're here to ask for a non-hostile
Maybe talk
contact.
to, we swear the victim in. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Eliezer
Buenos
del
días, señor.
Mar.
Por favor, dígame su nombre.
Eliezer del Mar.
Sir, do you need the service?
Eliezer del Mar.
You need the services of the Spanish interpreter?
Señor,
I can try.
It's up to you. I just want to make sure that, so if you're going to say this. If you're going to use the service of a Spanish interpreter, you have to wait for the interpreter to interpret what I say, and then you can respond in Spanish. You understand?
Okay.
All right, sir, tell me your name one more time and spell your last name.
Del Mar. My last name, Eliezer Del Mar.
And can you raise your right hand and be sworn in?
Uh,
Interpreter, can you help me, please?
Señor, por favor, levante la mano derecha para prestar juramento.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're giving this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Jura y promete que el testimonio que va a prestar será la verdad, solamente la verdad y nada más que la verdad.
sí.
Yes.
All right, you put your hand down, sir. Sir, can you
Gracias,
tell
puede
me,
bajar la mano.
sir, can you tell me how you know Mr. Mercado?
Señor, ¿podría decirme de qué conoce usted al señor Mercado?
Es mi esposo.
He is my husband.
Do you want to have contact with him while this case is pending?
¿Usted desea tener contacto con él mientras el caso está abierto?
Sí, deseo.
Yes, I want to.
Has there been previous instances of domestic violence between you all in the past?
En el pasado, ¿habían ocurrido incidentes de violencia doméstica entre ustedes?
No, nunca.
No, never.
Did drugs and alcohol play a role in this incident?
En este incidente, ¿las drogas o el alcohol tuvieron algo que ver?
Posiblemente unos tragos, alcohol. No drogas.
Maybe some drinks, no drugs.
Say, do you have any questions for the witness?
No, Your Honor.
¿La fiscalía tiene alguna pregunta para el testigo, no, su señoría?
So, do you have any questions for the witness?
There's a few, Judge. Mr.
¿La
Del Mar,
defensa tiene algunas preguntas para el testigo? Sí, su señoría.
Mr. Del Mar, Reina, do you fear Mr. Mercado Bones?
Señor Del Mar Reina, ¿usted le teme al señor Mercado Bones?
No, no le temo.
No, I don't fear him.
Okay, and are you scheduled to have the wedding ceremony on November 26th, 2021, next Friday?
¿Y ustedes tienen pautado la ceremonia de matrimonio para el 26 de noviembre del 2021, la próxima semana?
Es correcto.
That is correct.
And you have family and friends attending this ceremony?
¿Y ustedes tienen amigos y familiares que vendrán a esta ceremonia?
Yes, we have the family and friends. They come in to the ceremony.
That's all I have, Judge.
No tengo más preguntas, su señoría.
Say, what's your bishop position as to contact?
¿Cuál es la postura de la fiscalía en cuanto al contacto?
Your Honor, I have no objection to no hostile contact.
Señoría, nosotros no vetamos que se conceda contacto sin hostilidad.
Mr. Mercado Bones is going to set your bond in this case amount of $250. It's going to come with pretrial release supervision. You to have no hostile contact with your boyfriend. Do you understand? No hostile.
Señor,
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, Madam
se le
Interpreter.
conceden $250 de fianza con supervisión del programa de libertad provisional y se le prohíbe el contacto hostil con su novio.
No hostile contact means this. There are disagreements that are going to happen between people that are involved in a domestic situation or domestic relationship. However, those disagreements cannot become violent. There can be no threats made, and there could be no abusive language used towards the victim in this case.
¿Qué significa la previsión de la hostilidad entre ustedes? Bueno, entre las personas que tienen una relación de pareja siempre van a haber desacuerdos, pero estos desacuerdos entre ustedes no pueden tornarse violentos, no pueden haber amenazas en estos desacuerdos.
If you violate my orders and are not able to abide by them, you will spend the remaining of your time here with me at the Orange County Jail. Do you understand that?
Si usted incumple mi orden y no la obedece, podría permanecer el resto del tiempo aquí en la cárcel. ¿Eso lo ha entendido?
Sí.
Yes.
You also may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release.
También se le prohíbe la tenencia de todo tipo de armas y armas de fuego. De usted estar en posesión de algún arma de fuego, deberá entregarla a las autoridades en un plazo de 24 horas luego de ser puesto en libertad.
You also may not possess or consume any drugs or alcohol while you're on pretrial release in this case. You'll be subject to random drug and alcohol testing through pretrial release.
También se le prohíbe el consumo de drogas y alcohol mientras se encuentre en libertad provisional y se le harán pruebas aleatorias de estas sustancias.
So you get apple cider, everybody else gets champagne. Do you understand that?
Así que entonces a usted le va a tocar tomar sidra de manzana y los demás que tomen champán.
Did I forget anything?
No, Your Honor.
¿Se me ha quedado algo, no, su señoría?
Everybody have a great day.
That's all I have.
Que tenga buen día.
Madam Interpreter, can you make one announcement in the gallery? I want to see a few people, but make sure I didn't miss anybody that needs your services.
¿Alguna de las personas que se encuentran aquí presentes necesita los servicios del intérprete al español?
All right, don't see anybody waving at me. So have a great day.
Thank you, Your Honor, you as well.
Are we doing Creole now? Or? Okay. We don't have a Creole interpreter, so we're okay. And we're in the sign. All right, so no sign, no Creole yet. Morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Gardner.
Mr. Gardner, you're here in case 2021 CF 11510 AO on charge of battery, one prior battery conviction, domestic violence. Judge signing a warrant in this case, and I reviewed the affidavit as well, found probable cause for your arrest. Going to set your bond in that case in amount of $10,000. Condition of your bond is that you're not allowed to have any contact with the victim in this case. You need to maintain a separate residence from this victim. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at that location. You do not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You also may not possess or consume any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. Be subject to random drug and alcohol testing in this case. You're on probation in case 2020 MM 152 AA on another charge of battery, domestic violence. Judge signing your warrant in case set your bond at no bond. Your bond's gonna remain at no bond as to that matter. In addition to that bond as well as you have no contact with the victim. We're going to appoint the public defender to represent you in both cases. Ms. George, you want to enter denial on his behalf as to the violation of probation case?
Yes, I'll enter denial.
I'll accept that denial. I'll set you for violation of probation status. I think Division 50.
What exactly does that mean?
Trying
Status will be December 10th at 9 a.m., courtroom 7C.
to get you a faster court date. Have a good day, sir.
All right, thank you. Counsel, how are we proceeding?
You do? Yep, you have Creole now. Good morning, Madam Interpreter.
Good morning, George.
Could you tell me your name or your ID number?
Yes, my name is Dania. My ID number is 204746.
All right, and could you raise your right hand to be sworn in?
Yes, I do.
Do you solemnly swear you'll translate from Creole to English and English to Creole to the best of your ability, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
All right, ma'am, I have a defendant at my lectern that needs your assistance. Could you greet him this morning and ask him to tell me his name?
Hello, bonjour. Bonjour, monsieur. Moi, je suis interprète qui parle créole. Comment il est?
Bonjour, c'est Milo de Sousse.
Comment il est? Bah,
Bonjour.
juste un nom. Comment il est?
C'est Milo de Sousse.
I barely heard him. He said Demilo Daisy, I think.
Yeah, speak up, sir.
Milo de Sousse.
Oh, parlez fort, parlez fort. Parlez fort.
Milo de Sousse.
Hello? Comment il est?
Milo.
Hello.
Milo.
Oh,
Milo
Milo.
de Sousse.
So the name is Milo. Milo de Source.
Sir, you're here in case 2021 MM 8102 AO on charge of battery domestic violence.
You see, the charges are from 2021 MM 810280.
AO.
Ok, 80. Alors, monsieur, charge daté de 2021 et il dit comme ça, c'est MM 81028O et il accuse de charge de battre en monde en violence domestique.
I reviewed the charging affidavit in this case. I found probable cause for your arrest.
Il dit comme ça, basé sur aussi David que les gars dans cas ça, il y a une vraie cause pour arrêter.
Let's go. Is there any immigration stuff I have to worry about? All right, sir, we're gonna set your bond in this case amount of $500. It's gonna come with pretrial release supervision. You to have no contact with the victim in this case.
Il dit comme ça que la mettez bon loin pour la guerre à $500, après jugement, et puis dans le cas ça, il n'y a pas voulu qu'on ait contact du tout avec mon co-agresseur.
I need you to maintain a separate residence from this victim.
Et puis il dit comme ça, c'est pour aller en l'autre côté, différent de mon ça.
I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at that location.
Là-bas où on seule opportunité pour aller avec police dans Kailan pour aller prendre affaire tout bail qu'on besoin yo et puis pour aller la Kailan pour l'autre côté.
You may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release.
Il dit comme ça que ou pas supposé gagner des armes dans main. Toutes les armes qu'on gagne faut retourner vers la police dans l'espace de 24 heures de temps à partir de l'heure de la gola.
I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case.
Your Honor, could I also
dit comme
request
ça qu'on
no
monte-
drugs, no alcohol?
Well, I want to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case.
I don't-
Not possess or consume any drugs or alcohol.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that, Judge?
I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent him. Another condition of his release is not allowed to possess any drugs or alcohol, possess or consume any drugs or alcohol.
OK. Donc, il dit comme ça, il parle, le tribunal n'a pas joint un défendeur public pour un avocat. Et en attendant, on l'autre condition tout, pour la guerre, pas supposé ni fumer, drogue, ni prendre alcool.
Are you asking for random testing as well?
No, Your Honor.
All right, sir. Have a great day.
OK, have a good day. Merci, bye. Good day.
All right. Thank you, Madam Interpreter.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Passe un bon jour.
Your Honor, Ms. Scott, or Judge Scott, is mental health.
All right, it's 2021 CF 14850 AO. Going to appoint the public defender to represent Ms. Scott.
I'll waive the appearance, Your Honor.
Has she been screened before?
No, this is her first time.
Qualify for regular PTR as well?
I wouldn't recommend it.
All right, I'm going to, did find probable cause for Ms. Scott's arrest and for charges of aggravated assault with a weapon, domestic violence, and battery domestic violence. We're going to release her on mental health PTR in this case. If she doesn't qualify for mental health PTR, I'm going to set her bond in count one in the amount of $2,000 and count two $100. Condition of her bond and mental health PTR, no contact with the victim, maintain a separate residence from the victim. I give her one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items she has at that location. She may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms she has need to be returned to law enforcement within 24 hours of her release. And I want to appoint the public defender to represent her in this case. Or appoint the public defender to represent her in this case. No, she doesn't qualify for regular PTR.
Your Honor, can we skip over Justin Smith?
Sure.
Next, we have Mr. Williams.
Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Yes, Harvey Williams.
Mr. Williams, you're here in case 2021 CF 14851 AO on charge of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, domestic violence. I did review the charging affidavit in this case, did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to set your bond in this case in the amount of $1,500. It's going to come with pretrial release supervision. You to have no contact with the victim in this case. You're going to maintain a separate residence from this victim. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at that location. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be thrown to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. And I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You have any questions about the stipulations on your no contact order?
Can I say something?
Well, no, you need to talk to your attorney because everything you talk to me about is on the record.
Let them know that he has a,
Have a great day, sir. Good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Linda Carter Anderson.
Ma'am, you're here in case 2021 MM 8119 AO on a charge of battery domestic violence. Did review your charging affidavit in your case. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name and spell your last name?
My name is Clarence. I'm kind of hard hearing. My name is Clarence Anderson.
All right. Mr. Anderson, can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, sir, you here. Can you tell me how you know Miss Carter Anderson?
How do I know her?
Yes.
We're married.
All right. How long you been married?
For 2013, about 8 years now.
All right. And do you want to have contact with her while this case is pending?
Pardon me?
Do you want to have contact with her while this case is pending?
Yes. Yes, we did. Yeah. She's a caretaker for a mother also. We are.
Say that last part again.
We're caretakers for a mother, yet we need to have contact.
Okay. Has there been previous instances of domestic violence between you all in the past?
No, no, this is just a one-time thing.
All right.
Just a
Well,
one-time thing. You know?
Well, a lot of people come here and tell me that, but unless you're clairvoyant, or are you clairvoyant? You, Miss Cleo, like you have a palm reader or something? See the future? I can hear it. I can see that, but can you tell me the future? Because you tell me this is a one-time thing. Didn't you just say that?
Yes, as far as this type of situation, yeah.
So how that means you can read the future.
Huh?
It means you can read the future as well, right?
I can read the future.
Yeah, because you're telling me this is a one-time thing, like it's not going to happen again.
Oh no, I know it's not going to happen again. This is, we put this in the hands of the God. God. Our lifestyle.
I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not going. I shouldn't step off this bench and make some money with you.
I'm sure.
Okay. All right. Did drugs and alcohol play a role in this incident?
Me? No.
No, with her.
Oh no.
Okay.
Definitely not.
All right, Ms. Carter Anderson, we're going to set your bond in this case amount of $100. It's going to come with pretrial release supervision. You to have no hostile contact with your husband. No hostile contact means this: you're allowed to have disagreements with him. You're allowed to be upset with him if he left the toilet seat up, not treating you in the way that you want to be treated. Those kind of things like that happen in a relationship. However, those disagreements between you all cannot become violent. There can be no threats made. There can be no abusive language used between the both of you. Because no matter whether he calls law enforcement, whether somebody that sees or hears you all arguing calls law enforcement, you're going to be arrested. You're going to spend a lot of time here with me at the Orange County Jail for violating my orders. You understand that?
Yep.
You're not allowed to possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons and firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. And I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You have a great day, ma'am.
Thank you.
Have a great day, sir.
Okay. I didn't hear a bond.
$100. You can go downstairs. You can talk to people down there if you want to bond her out.
Okay. All right.
Have a great day.
All right.
Sorry, Isaiah. Look. Prophets.
Some hard of
Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name? Yep, can you tell me your name, sir?
Cedric Rico.
Mr. Rico, you're here in case 2021 MM555AA on charge of battery domestic violence. They reviewed the charging affidavit in this case, did find probable cause for your arrest. Can you hear me?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that, please?
You're here in 2021 MM555AA on a charge of battery domestic violence. They reviewed the charging affidavit, did find probable cause for your arrest. Good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name and spell your last name?
Elizabeth Errico, Errico.
And can you raise your right hand and be sworn in?
Mm-hmm.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes,
All right, you put your hand down, ma'am. Can you tell me how you know Mr. Errico?
he's my husband.
And do you want to have contact with him while this case is pending?
I'd like him to go to rehab, but yes.
All right, well, we're not at that point yet.
Okay.
Has there been previous instances of domestic violence between you all in the past?
No.
Say what you do you have any questions for the witness?
No, Your Honor.
And Ms. George,
No, Your Honor.
does anybody want to advocate for anything other than no contact?
I would ask for a no hostile contact, Your Honor.
State, what do you say?
Um,
Well, sorry, Ms. George, apologize.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. It appears he does not have any history of domestic violence, Your Honor. And I believe that if you remove the alcohol, there won't be any further issues.
State.
Your Honor, if he also qualifies for pretrial release, I would have no objection to it. It does appear as though alcohol may have been involved in this incident. And the first thing that Ms. Orico said was that she wanted her husband to go to rehab. So I believe,
So I want to give you, when I'm looking at this face sheet, what I see as well. He has a prior DUI conviction out of New York. When asked about whether he has any history of mental health, drug abuse, alcohol, his answer is no. So he's not ready to go to rehab because he hasn't even got to the point where he's admitted that.
He was in rehab in 2015.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can see that, because it was a DUI, but rehab doesn't work unless the person that is going is saying, I am an alcoholic. Like the first step, first part of AA. My name is Andrew Bain. I am an alcoholic. And so unless you are able to admit that to yourself, seems to be have some questions about whether he's gonna be able to abide by my orders.
Your Honor, well,
What's gonna be the result of that if he violates them?
if you place him on pretrial release and have him subjected to random alcohol screens and he violates, he'll be brought back here with you and potentially held at no bond, Your Honor. But given that he does not have any other domestic violence history, I would ask that he is allowed that chance.
Juan Rico, I'm going to set your bond in this case amount of $500. It's going to come with pretrial release supervision. You had no contact with the victim in this case. You need to maintain a separate residence from this victim. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at that location. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You also may not possess or consume any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You're subject to random drug and alcohol testing. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case. Now, my orders can be modified by Judge Shoemaker upon motion of your attorney. But right now, based on the facts of this case and your prior history, I'm not really confident that the situation is going to de-escalate just by removing the alcohol from the situation right now. So, all right, have a great day, sir. Have a great day, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Good morning, sir. Deshaun Dwayne Matthew Martin.
Mr. Martin, here in case 2021 MM 8121AO on a charge of battery domestic violence. Did review the charging affidavit in your case. It did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to set your bond in this case amount of $1,000. It's going to cover pretrial release supervision. You have no contact with the victim in this case. You need to maintain a separate residence from this victim. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at that location. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. And I want to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case. You have any questions about the stipulations in your no contact order?
You said but pre-trial. I'm not really too sure how stuff works because I'm not from down here really.
Yeah, so pretrial release is like a type of like similar to probation. You have a pretrial release officer that means you're in charge of checking in with, making sure you're complying with all my orders, you understand? And if you return to, because you're from New York, right?
Yes, sir.
So you go back to New York, all my orders still matter in New York. You get arrested in New York for violating my orders, they're gonna put you on a bus, send you back here to Florida for you to see me, you'd be held here at no bond, you understand?
For me to go home today, I have to post bail.
Yes, sir. All right, have a great day, sir. What happened to Mr. Smith? You just,
We was waiting on medical to see him, but just come back.
okay. No, I just wondered, because we've been going for a little while and,
Trying to give him time, but they still haven't seen him.
okay, all right. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
My name is Terrence Stapleton, Terrence Murray Stapleton.
Sir, you're here in two matters. The first one being 2021 MM 7666 AO and 2021 MM 7612 AO. Both charges are the same, battery, domestic violence. Both of those involve warrants signed by a judge finding probable cause for your arrest. Will set your bond in each matter at the amount of $1,000. Condition of your bond is you have no contact with the victim in these cases.
Can you repeat yourself, please?
Bond is $1,000 on each one of your cases. Conditions, you have no contact with the victims in this case. No, so you need to maintain a separate residence from those victims. Give you one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at that location. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You may not possess or consume any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You want to appoint the public defender to represent you in each one of your cases. Do you have any questions about the stipulations and the no contact orders?
Yes, I understand.
Say again?
Not really. Can you repeat yourself, please?
Which part?
Everything. The part where you said I can't go back or something like that.
You need to maintain a separate residence, give you one-time return. The no contact order covers that. You stay away 500 feet away from this place of residence.
Okay.
Give you an exception to that if you go with law enforcement to pick up any personal items you have in any of those, like any shared residence. Other than that, no contact
Yeah, that's
whatsoever.
Yeah, I just need to get my stuff from there and that's it.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, now the names on here they're actually wrong, so I can't sign my name on here because this is not my name. This name I can sign for this one.
Terrence Stapleton, is that what the order say?
Terrence Murray Stapleton Jr. This one actually have Terrence Stapleton. Terrence Stapleton is another man. I'm sorry.
Is it who?
Terrence Stapleton is another guy. This is me. So now this. So when do I have to pay bail?
You want to leave here today, unless you want to stay here all day or whenever. Just you go pay bail today,
$1,000 for each one?
each case.
So what, my question is, right, what's the charges? So what's the charges the person actually said I did?
Battery, domestic violence is a charge. I cover with you in both cases. That's a charge.
So what's the time if I don't pay my bill?
You can
bond.
talk to your attorney about that. Can't give you legal advice.
You know? Okay. All right, thank you. So that's it for court?
Mm-hmm. You gotta sign the other note. They wrote it on there.
So far away, sunshine. You want to? I was like, he was like, my name is a pimp name, Slick Back. That's the name. You gotta say the whole thing. So you say it's up to you. We can keep going. I mean,
Let's go ahead and do Smith. He's medical.
all right. This 2021 CF 14855 AO. Mr. Smith here on charge of aggravated battery, alternative domestic violence, going to appoint a public defender to represent him.
I'll waive, Your Honor. However,
Yeah, I have some questions about this
Yeah,
aggravated battery charge.
I was gonna do the PC.
So you want 24 hours or you need some time to want to respond to how we got to aggravated battery versus just regular battery?
No, Your Honor, I believe the officer wrote it as best that he could. I do not think that an additional 24 hours is going to get any more details that will get it to the aggravated battery.
All right, we're going to find probable cause for battery domestic violence, 784.03. Going to set bond in his case amount of $500. It's with pretrial release supervision, no contact with victim, maintain a separate residence from the victim, one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items he has at that location, may not possess any weapons or firearms. Weapons or firearms he has needs to be returned to law enforcement within 24 hours of his release. I already appointed the public defender to represent him. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
James Sidnor. I'm sorry.
Say your name again.
James Sidnor.
Mr. Sidnor, you're here in 2021 MM 8126 AO on two charges. First one being battery, domestic violence, and battery. And Ms. George, you want to talk to me about this short affidavit?
Yes, Your Honor, I was gonna argue, no PC based on, we just have a statement by the officer. We have no facts, no information. And based on Johnson v. State by the Supreme Court, 660 Southern 2nd, 648, the court stated that probable cause means a reasonable ground of suspicion supported by circumstances strong enough in themselves to warrant a cautious person to believe that the defendant is guilty of a crime. Here, I would argue we just have the statements from the officer, no other statements, and therefore no PC, Your Honor.
All right, state.
Your Honor, this has all the elements that are necessary. It states that there's a domestic relationship, how long the relationship was and why it's domestic. It says that there's an unwanted touching because against her will, she was thrown down by her hair and punched in the back of the head. It also states where the other battery took place because he was headbutted twice. That has all the elements of domestic violence, battery, unwanted touching. This has all the elements, Your Honor.
You want to tell me anything else, Ms. George?
Yes, Your Honor. I would just rebut by saying, again, this is the officer's statement. We don't know he didn't state that the victim stated this, just based on he said, I developed probable cause to arrest him based on, and then he recites, it's like filling in the names and reciting the elements of a crime. And based on this, not having enough information to know whether we have victim testimony, was this a bystander? Did he observe them hitting? We don't know anything. It's just based on, he put the victim's name in here and state that they were hit by my client.
Although short and probably not best practices, the affidavit does contain the elements that was sustained, probable cause as the elements of battery and domestic violence. So I'm find probable cause for each one of the counts. Going to set bond each count in amount of $500. Addition, the bond be pretrial release. No contact with the victims. Maintain a separate residence from any of the victims. One-time return to any shared residence with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items he has at the location. The weapons, no firearms, weapons and firearms he has, needs to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of his release. and I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you. If you have any questions about the stipulations or your no contact order?
No, sir.
All right. You have a great day, sir. Any word on the sign?
What was that site? 67 seconds.
Good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Caitlin Faye Hancock.
Ms. Hancock, you here for the Seminole County case 2019 CF 2891 for out of county warrant for violation of probation. Bond is no bond. Bonds remain at no bond. Going to appoint a public defender to represent you to reach over to Seminole County. Have a great day, ma'am. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Taylor Lucanville.
Sir, you're here in case 2021 CF 2716, a case out of Seminole County. Bond in count 1 is $10,000, count 2 $500. Making this you have no contact with the victims and the victim in that case. Going to appoint a public defender to represent you. You have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Timothy Partner.
Sir, you're here in case 21 CT 228555 from Volusia County, where driver license suspended. Bond is $323. Going to appoint a public defender to represent you to be to Volusia County. Have a great day, sir. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Rodney Ravel.
Sir, you're here in case 2021 MM2058 from St. Lucie County. Bond in your case is no bond. Bonds remain at no bond. Going to appoint a public defender to represent you to get you to St. Lucie. Have a great day, sir. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Zachary Calkins.
Sir, you're here in case 2019 CF 9610BO for a violation of probation. Judge signed a warrant in this case, set your bond at no bond. Bonds will remain at no bond. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
Good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name? You guys slide in front of the microphone for me, please. There you go.
Veronica Jean Fields.
Ma'am, we're here in case 2019 CF 13254AO for a violation of probation. Judge signed a warrant in this case, set your bond at no bond. Your bonds will remain at no bond. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, ma'am. All right. Good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Randy Stevenson.
Ma'am, you're here in case 2020 CF 9959AO on a charge of violation of probation. Judge signed your warrant in this case, set your bond at no bond. Your bond's going to remain at no bond. Going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Alexis Walker.
Ms. Walker, you're here in case 2021 CF 14837AO on charges of grand theft and possession of drug paraphernalia. They reviewed the charging affidavit in your case. They find probable cause for your arrest. Will set your bond in count 1, the amount of $1,500, and count 2, $100. Condition of the bond, now return to the scene of the location. No contact with any victims from that case or any witnesses. You may not possess or consume any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. And I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case. You're also on probation in case 2017 CF 15626AO. Law enforcement filed an on-view violation of probation, which I found probable cause for. You are going to be held in no bond as to that case. You're a violent felony offender of special concern. You're not entitled to release or bail or bond on your violation of probation until that violation of probation is completed. And I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in that case as well. You have a great day, ma'am. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Good morning, Terry Butcher.
Sir, you're hearing 2020 MM 7113 AO for a violation of probation. Judge, in that case, set your bond amount of $5,000. Your bonds remain as set. Still conditioned you have no contact with the victim while even on the bond in this case. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You have a great day, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Morning, sir. Can you tell me your name? Sir, you're here in 2020 MM 4731 AO on a violation of probation. Judge signed a warrant in that case, set your bond at no bond. Your bond's going to remain at no bond. Going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You have a great day, sir. Oh, sorry. Sir, did you want it? It's on view?
The other one was a warrant.
Well, in both cases, sorry. Ms. George and Mr. Butcher's case, did you want to enter? No, he's got a bond, so. Mr. Cordero, we're going to appoint a public defender to represent you. It's already did find proper cause for the on view. Bonds, no bond. But did you want to, this is Cordero, he has a warrant, doesn't he?
I think the deputy is at the door for him. Cordero?
Yep.
This was an on view.
We saw him too.
Cordero, I have a warrant in his case package. No, Cordero, I don't know, maybe for somebody else. Yeah. Cordero, yeah, he has a warrant for his arrest. Bonds, no bond. State, did you want, Ms. George, did you want to enter a denial on his behalf?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll enter denial.
All right, we're selling for the division, Judge, 83. Yeah.
VOP status will be December 17 at 9 a.m. courtroom 6C.
All right, thank you, sir. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Kyle Paulin.
Sir, you're here in 2020 MM 4445 AO for violation of probation. Bond in your case is $2,000. Going to appoint a public defender to represent you.
Yes, sir.
You have a great day, sir.
So I do have a bond?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It is $2,000?
$2,000 is what the warrant says. All right. So it is 10:01. We still don't have a sign language interpreter after 11, correct? Possibly. So do you want to come back at 11? 11:15? Or- Oh, sorry. Hello. Is somebody on the line? All right. Let's go ahead and put our, back on record, the BRCs, put the state names on the record.
Brenda Eugene on behalf of the State Attorney's Office.
And from the Public Defender's Office.
Letitia George on behalf of the Office of the Public Defender.
And Ms. Davidson, Pretrial Release Services. And I thought we had, was she there or not there? Did they say she was there? Oops, too far. All right, well. All right. I'm not sure we have our I will do this. I'll add on to, we'll go to our Spanish first, and then maybe our interpreter will slide in a moment here. What?
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Laura Bretaña, Spanish interpreter, previously sworn.
Good morning again, Madam Interpreter. This is Judge Bain, calling from the BRC. I have, I think, 3 more defendants I need your help with here. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Henry Rivera Carrasquillo.
Henry Rivera Carrasquillo.
So you're here in case 2021 MO1335 AO on charge of an open container in a prohibited area. That's a city ordinance violation. Did find probable cause for. The city of Orlando is offering you a withhold adjudication of guilt and court costs. So you want to resolve that case with the city.
Your Honor, I would ask for an ROR given he has been deemed incompetent to proceed in his out on bond case, 2021 CF 6029 He recently had an evaluation, October 6th of this year, where he was deemed incompetent to proceed.
And it's on conditional release.
Yes, Your Honor.
Where is he supposed to be getting treatment at?
Aspire, Your Honor, and I'm looking at the.
This, and he probably should qualify maybe for mental health pretrial release. So I'll place you on mental health pretrial release in this case, sir. If you don't qualify for mental health pretrial release, I'll release you on your own recognizance in this case. We're not going to take any action on your out on bond case 2021 CF 6029 AO.
Thank you.
Have a great day, sir. All right. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Ubaldo Suarez. Ubaldo Suarez.
Ubaldo Suarez.
Sir, you're here in case 2021 CF 14847 AO on 1 count lewd lascivious molestation of a child under the age of 12 years old by a person over the age of 18 years old, and lewd lascivious molestation with lewd lascivious conduct by a person over the age of 17 years old. I did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find probable cause for your arrest. We're going to appoint a public defender to represent you in this case. Say, what is your request as to count 1 of the complaint?
Count 1 is punishable by life, Your Honor. I would ask defendant be held no bond.
Ms. George, you have a response to the state's request at this time?
No, Your Honor, we reserve the right to have argument.
Mrs. Suarez, this is count 1 going to hold you at no bond. Count 2 going to set your bond amount of $100,000. Addition of your bond is that you have no contact with this victim or this victim's family. You have no unsupervised contact with any child under the age of 18 years old. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons and firearms you have need to be thrown to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You're not allowed to return to the scene of the location where this incident occurred. No contact also includes while you're here at the Orange County Jail. Seems you may also have an immigration detainer from Immigration Customs Enforcement. They may have to speak with them before being released. And
I apologize.
after your Arthur hearing.
I apologize. I think this incident happened at his home.
That's correct, you're right. So I want to strike the no return. Have a great day, sir. I had Edgar Lopez as on your move up list, but I couldn't find him in my stack or on our docket.
That must have been a mistake. At the city.
You bonded? Okay. All right, thank you, Madam Interpreter. I think that was it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Right. Nothing? Is she still in court? Okay. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Johnny Miller.
Mr. Miller, you here in case 2021 MO 1334AO on charge of disorderly conduct. They reviewed the charging affidavit in your case, did find probable cause for your arrest. But the city of Orlando is offering a withhold of adjudication and guilt and court costs if you want to resolve your case. You want to accept that offer from the city.
Yes, sir.
1 second before I give you full information. All right, sir. The offer in the city of Orlando is a withhold education, getting court costs. You say you want to accept that offer?
I ain't got on.
He's asking if you want to accept the offer.
Yes, sir.
Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're gonna give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Charge of disorderly conduct is a second-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve this case?
No contest.
You understand by airing a plea of no contest, you're gonna waive all the rights outlined on the plea form that's in front of you.
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, medication?
No, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
In the past, sir.
What was that mental health illness?
Bipolar, that's it.
And do you take any medications for your bipolar disorder at this point?
On the streets.
Well.
Oh. Yes, sir.
All right. I don't know what street pharmacy you are attending, but it was not. I want to tell you if you have a bipolar disorder, most of those things out there are not going to help you and make it worse. All right. Are you suffering from the symptoms of your bipolar disorder right now?
No, sir.
You understand if you're not a United States citizen, entering this plea could subject you to deportation?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
I did have an opportunity to review the charging affidavit in this case, did find a factual basis for the entering of your plea, going to accept your plea of no contest, find your plea is freely and voluntarily entered, going to withhold adjudication and guilt, give you credit for the 2 days you spent in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served.
Yes,
For
sir.
costs and costs of prosecution in that case, or court costs in this case, I'm sorry, it's $223. I'll give you 1 year from today's date to pay that money directly to the clerk in full. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. Not taking action out on bond case 2021 CF 13531 AO. It's released on 33 motion anyways in that case. All right, have a great day, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, can you tell me your name?
Charles Payne, sir.
Mr. Payne, here in case 2021 CF, 2020 CF 14872 AO for a failure to appear warrant. Judge in that case set your bond at no bond. Your bond's gonna remain at no bond. Condition of bond, no contact with the victim in this case. Going, we've already had the public defender appointed to represent you. Have a great day, sir.
Supposed to go to court today for the resolve this matter at downtown today, so.
You were supposed to be here on the 1st.
That's what I'm saying. My lawyer had set up a court date, resolved it for us to go to court today to resolve the matter. so-
Today, they'll get you onto your court date if something's scheduled.
I don't know.
All right. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name? What's your name? Sir, you're here in case 2021 MM8113AO on charge of battery. They reviewed the charging affidavit in case they find probable cause for your arrest. Going to set your bond in this case amount of $1,000. Conditioning your bond, you have no contact with the victim in this case. You maintain, no return to the scene of the location. You're not possessing weapons or firearms. The weapons and firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. I want to appoint the public defender to represent you. You have a great day, sir. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
William
Mr. Lamar, you here in 2021 MO1333 AO on charge of disorderly conduct. They reviewed the charging affidavit in case they find probable cause for your arrest. They're going to set your bond in the amount of $50, conditioning bond not return to the scene of the location. Going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You have a great day, sir. Not taking any action on your other cases. 2020 MM8625 and 2021 MO777AO. Sorry, say it again. His behavior? All right, 2021 MM8108AO, Mr. Alphonse. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent him.
Can we try and reset it for tomorrow, Your Honor? He does have an offer to resolve his case.
Okay. All right, you tell him as well if you run into him that I wasn't 100% confident I wasn't going to take any action on his other case.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yep, you want to do, I only saw one. It feels like more than one here. Yeah, I was in the calendar this morning. I clicked on the wrong day or something? No. I have one misdemeanor. Look at you see my screen, right? Ran over traffic. I got canceled. And went apart. Oh, Popka. Right. All right. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
David Bishop.
Mr. Bishop. I thought you said you were doing arraignments. All right, so Mr. Bishop's there, so we'll talk to Mr. Bishop for a second. Mr. Bishop, you're here in 2021 MM8125AO on charge of trespass and a conveyance. They reviewed the charging affidavit in your case, did find probable cause for your arrest. Say was there an offer to resolve Mr. Bishop's case today?
Adjudication of guilt and credit time served.
All right, sir, did you want to accept that offer from the state of Florida?
Yes, sir.
Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're gonna give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
All right, sir. This charge of trespassing and conveyance is a second-degree misdemeanor, punishable up to 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve this case?
No contest.
You understand by entering a plea of no contest, you're gonna waive all the rights outlined on the plea form that's in front of you.
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
Yes, sir.
They have opportunity to review your charging affidavit in this case. They'll find a factual basis contained therein for the purpose of your plea. Going to accept your plea of no contest, find your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. Going to adjudicate you guilty of the charge, give you credit for the 2 days you spent in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. Court costs and costs of prosecution in this case are $223. Give you 1 year from today's date to pay that money directly to the clerk in full. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. All right, Mr. Bishop, you got your GED, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, what are you doing now?
I'm self-employed right now. I'm working on a business, repairing cell phones, iPhones.
All right, you have experience in that area?
Yes, I do.
All right, and
About
then,
7 years.
you know, you got a clientele, like, what's your,
Yeah, I have
what's
people
your
that own
idea?
phone
You got,
stores around Orlando. They ship to Africa. It's like, you know, a circle of people that sell phones overseas and they repair them as well.
this went from doing crimes that are going to get you sent to prison, and now we're getting petty crime now land. So, I mean, you're only 24 years old, so I mean, I was got some
I'm in the
concerns as
process
to,
of registering it as an LLC
all right,
as we speak.
start looking at maybe some SBA stuff, get your money, get your QuickBooks in order and things like that, what you need to get done, because, I mean, I don't want to see you do the life sentence of committing these little petty crimes to, I see you spend more time of your life in than out. All right? Have a great day. Done? All right.
All right, we back to arraignment.
Well, no, I guess we may have a sign language interpreter. Wait a second. Give me 1 second.
Welcome to an Acano meeting. You are entering the meeting now. You are the only participant.
We're not. All right. Maybe not. All right. So you said we're on to arraignments.
Yes, sir.
All right. Bonarda?
Bonard is medical.
All right. 2021 MM551AA. Mr. Bonard, Mr. Public Defender client.
I'll waive and enter a plea of not guilty, Your Honor.
I have a son for Division 62.
Pre-trial conference, December 13th, 8:30 a.m., courtroom 9B.
Hill, next person.
Mr. Hill.
All right. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Willie Hill.
You don't have to keep your mask on for the questions, people. All right, Mr. Hill, you're here in case 2021 MM697AW on a charge of trespass in the structure. That's a second-degree misdemeanor. Punishable up to 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Ms. George, what plea you want to enter on behalf of your client?
No contest, Your Honor. The state is offering an adjudication of guilt, credit time served, no return to 8863 West Colonial Drive. Cost of investigation in the amount of $114.14 to the Ocoee Police Department. And Mr. Hill would like to accept that offer.
Ms. Hill, can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Yeah. All right, you can put your hand down, sir. Well, this is not my sign language person behind him.
No, sir, you want to do
Oh,
it?
yeah, please. All right, Mr. Hill, you understand that Ms. George asked, saying you want to enter a plea of no contest. Is that true?
Yes.
You understand by entering a plea of no contest, you're going to waive all the rights outlined on the plea forms in front of you? Yes or no?
You gotta say it out loud.
Yes.
Yes. You gotta say yes out loud.
Yes.
You can't
Yeah,
hear
I got you. Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
Is there more now?
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No.
You understand about entering this plea if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
If you're not a U.S. citizen.
You understand? If you're not a United States citizen, any of a criminal plea can end you into being deported from this country.
Yes, sir.
All right. I did have an opportunity to review your charging affidavit, but as the parties, they stipulate to a factual basis.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
After that stipulation, the court's going to find a factual basis and accept your plea of no contest, find your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. We're going to adjudicate you guilty of the charge, give you credit for the 35 days you spent in the Orange County Jail with 35 days credit time served. Court costs and cost of prosecution are $223. There's a $50 public defender application fee and a $50 public defender lien. There's also cost of investigation of $114.14 to the Ocoee Police Department. I'm going to make all these costs payable directly to the clerk within 3 years of today's date. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. You have a great day, sir. All right. Good morning, Mr. Interpreter. How are you?
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right. We're going to turn that and then, actually, yeah, turn it. And then we're going to now know how to work this. We're going to do some fancy things today. He can come up. You got to lift that up and he has to come towards the screen.
Yeah, and Your Honor, sadly, for some reason, it's frozen. I'm not sure if that's on my end, if I should probably disconnect and reconnect again. Do you see me?
I can see you perfectly.
You can see me. Okay.
All right. Is it still frozen?
It is, yes. I only see a frozen screen. Do you mind if I disconnect and reconnect again, Your Honor, if that's okay?
Yep, go ahead.
You are the only participant.
Too small. All right.
All righty, there we go. Thank you so much.
Better. All right. Is he close enough to you?
Yes.
All right. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Your Honor, I'm so sorry. This is the interpreter speaking again. The screen is frozen for some reason. I don't know why. Let me make sure to contact the office and let them know. I'm sure the issue is me.
Okay. Well, when you get back on, we'll.
Okay. Thank you so much, Your Honor. Thank you.
Yeah, he can't see you.
You are the only participant.
We had Mr. Key step back for a second so we can solve this technical issue. Small. See it. Yeah. All right. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Good morning, Frankie King.
King, you're here in case 2021 MM722AW on a charge of violation of a domestic violence injunction in 2 counts. Those are both first-degree misdemeanors, punishable up to 1 year in the county jail each and up to a $1,000 fine each. Ms. George, you want to enter a plea on behalf of Mr. King?
I'm not guilty, Your Honor.
Mr. King, we're going to set you for a pretrial and trial in Division 50 on the following day.
December 13th, 1:30 p.m., courtroom 7C.
Thank you.
Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
My name's Ronald Joe Clifford Siskeri, Your Honor.
All right, so you're here in case 2021 MM703AW on a charge of criminal mischief. Let me check something out. They reviewed, sorry, as a first degree misdemeanor, punishable up to 1 year in the county jail and $1,000 fine. Did you want me to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case?
Yes, please.
All right. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. Ms. George.
We're gonna enter a plea of not guilty, Your Honor.
Ms. George, I also received an email yesterday from the mental health pretrial release people, and they wanted me to put Mr. Say your last name again? Say your last name again, sir.
Cisco.
Cisco. Is it Cisco or Cisco?
Cisco.
Mr. Cisco in the mental health diversion program. I didn't know if the state or anybody had any issues with that.
No
No, Your
objection,
Honor.
Your Honor.
All right, so as to this case, I'm gonna release Mr. Cisco into the mental health pretrial diversion program. He has another case. I think he's represented by the public defender's office. I believe they may want to put in front of Judge Bigney, but I don't have any jurisdiction over that case right now. We want to look into the same thing.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so his pretrial date is on.
December 20th at 9 a.m. courtroom 9 p.m.
Good morning, Madam Interpreter. How are you?
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm doing well.
All right. We were in the middle of addressing Mr. Key. Is he big enough in your screen to see, so you can see him?
Yes, I can see the interpreter. Yes, and we can see each other.
Okay, wonderful. All right, let's try this again. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
My name is Brian, and my last name is Key.
Mr. Key, you're here in case 2021 CF 14856 AO on 2 charges. The first one being battery on a person 65 years or older, and the next charge being battery domestic violence. I did review the charging affidavit in your case, did find probable cause for your arrest. I wanted to make sure Ms. Davis, he doesn't qualify for pretrial release.
I believe I do qualify.
I'm not sure. You have a pretty significant history, sir. So I'm trying to confirm.
Okay, sure.
Can you do like a bond or PTR?
No, if he doesn't qualify, he doesn't qualify. I just want
I'm not
to
too sure.
confirm. Okay. All right, sir. In count 1 of the charging affidavit, we're going to set your bond amount of $2,000. Count 2, we're going to set your bond amount of $500. Condition of your bond is that you have no contact with the victim in this case. No contact in this situation means you cannot have any face-to-face contact. No third-party contact. No contact by the internet or any other social media device. No billboards, no carrier pigeons, no contact at all. You're not within 500 feet of the residence of that victim, 500 feet of their vehicle, or 500 feet of their place of where they work. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons and firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You also may not possess or consume any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You be subject to random drug testing. You need to maintain a separate residence from the victim. I'll give you a one-time return to the residence with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at the location. You also need to comply with this injunction that you have on your history in 2019, DR 553. Oh. Going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case. You have any questions about the no contact order?
No, I didn't do any violence against my mom, you know. She fell on her own. She fell. I didn't do anything, and they put me in jail for no reason. I didn't hurt my mom. I didn't. That's really all. I didn't, you know, she has arthritis in her back, and she fell.
All right. Well, that's a factual dispute that you can settle with a jury or a judge at a trial. Today, my only job is for me to set release conditions, and I have done those. I've done those things. As long as you understand that you have no contact with the victim.
So I have to pay bond. Is that what you mean right now? I can pay
Yes, sir.
bond and be released?
Correct.
Okay. I can do that. I can call my cousin to get the money to pay bond to get out of jail.
All right. Just make sure you abide by my other orders and have a great day.
Okay. Yes, I will. All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Madam Interpreter.
Thank you. And I'm going to be disconnecting now.
Yes, ma'am. Have a great day.
Thank you.
You are the only participant.
All right. So I had Valmont is my next arraignment case.
He's, surety bond.
You bonded?
Yes, sir.
All right. So set him for out of custody arraignment. All right. What was it? What's that person's name? Or Kevin Jones, can I get a no contact? He's in the felony section. Keith Jones, sorry. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Bo Chan.
What happened to Mr. Bishop?
Who's that, Your Honor?
Bishop. David Bishop.
We did him already.
We did David Bishop? All right, sorry. All right, sorry. All right, Mr. Chan, apologize.
Yes, sir.
You're here in case 2021 MM 8118 AO on a charge of petty theft.
Uh-huh.
I did review the charging affidavit, did find probable cause for your arrest. Say, was there an offer to resolve Mr. Chen's case?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Chen, I'm going to set your bond in this case amount of $500. Condition of your bond is you have no contact with any victims or witnesses from this case.
I can't make no
You're not
bond.
returned to the scene of the location. We're going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case. You have a great day, sir.
So it was $250 to begin with.
Yeah, you have burglaries in your past, several shoplifting cases as far as also violations of probation. Look, I have concerns about whether you're going to be able to show up to court and probably have prior failure to appear as well. Show up to court, not do this again, and not interrupt their judicial process. So your bond's $500. Have a great day.
So $500 cash is just
You can however you want to pay it, cash, surety. It's up to you.
I can do with the bondsman, right?
Yep.
How much is 10% of 500?
I don't know. You got to talk to the bondsman. Good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Donna Marie Dotson.
Ms. Dotson, you're here in case 2021 MM 8123 AO on charge of possession of drug paraphernalia. State, are you moving forward on this case?
At this time, state announces a no information.
All right, man, I'm gonna release you on recognizance as to this case, not taking any action on your 2016 MM3390 AO, unless you have an offer to resolve that case today, since we're here. 2016 petty theft, I mean.
Case was already resolved.
Ms. Davis, can you give me her credit time served, please?
2000, it was a notice up here, 2016 case.
Yeah, she never was arrested on it.
Oh, at this time, Your Honor, no, I don't have an offer.
All right, Ms. Dodson, do you want me to appoint the public defender to represent you in this open case you have?
That case was resolved, sir. That case was resolved way back. It was
I'm
all
looking at it right
accumulated
now.
in. It was accumulated in with 3 other cases.
That's why I'm asking if you want me to appoint the public defender so you can maybe look into that for you. Right now, the case looks open. Looks like
Yes.
back in the day,
Yes.
back in 2016, they were, well, you're supposed to be transported from Osceola, and then I'm not sure what happened after that.
Everything was resolved. That was right when my mother passed away. Everything got resolved.
All right, that's what I'm saying. Do you want me to appoint the public defender so they can
Yes.
take a
That
look
means
at
I
it?
still got to stay here?
I don't believe so.
Yeah.
No, you're not gonna stay here. I mean.
Yes,
this
I
case
need
needs-
the
I wanna
public
set,
defender.
I wanna set a court date for this case. So you can have, you either have the court date now or you can have it later on, but you want to appoint a public defender to represent you.
Yes.
All right. Ms. George, you want to enter a plea of not guilty on her behalf for right now? And then you guys can figure out
Yes, Your Honor.
what's going on. Or me, I can, actually, you can not enter a plea. I'll just set her for out of custody arraignment.
That's fine, Your Honor, yes.
All right, let's set her for out of custody arraignment on the 2016 case. I'm appointing a public defender to represent her in 2016 MM3390 AO. We're doing big arraignments, so doing mass arraignments on those days.
In which
All right.
courtroom does it?
December 21st.
Okay.
What courtroom?
She has to go to the clerk's office at 7:30, and then they'll tell her where to go.
Oh.
Does this mean I go home today?
Yep. The other case, you're RR'd on that case, but want to make sure this other case gets.
January 4th. It's gonna
Sorry.
be January 4th.
All right, now I'm change it back.
Oh.
Ms. Dodson.
It's gonna be January.
Sunshine.
January.
All right. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name? Sir, you're here in case 2021 MM8124AO on a charge of possession of drug paraphernalia. Say you taking any action as to this case?
State announces a no information.
All right, sir, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance as to this case. You have a great day, sir.
Your Honor, Ms. Gonzalez refused.
All right, it's 2021 MM8107AO. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent her.
Can we see if she's willing to come tomorrow, Your Honor? Because there is an offer to resolve the case.
All right, we can reset it for tomorrow. I have to be here. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Jordan Hinkle.
What's your full name?
Jordan Reed Hinkle.
All right, sir, you're here in case 2021 MM 8122 AO are in charge of petty theft. They reviewed the charging affidavit in this case, did find probable cause for your arrest. Say was an offer as to this case.
Not at this time, Your Honor.
All right, sir, I'm gonna set your bond in this case, bond of $500. Condition your bond is not return to the scene of the location, have no contact with any victims or witnesses. Gonna appoint a public defender to represent you. You have a great day, sir.
Your Honor, Mr. Kimber, his mental health.
That's 2021 MM 8116 AO. Gonna appoint a public defender to represent Mr. Kimber.
Your Honor, there was also an offer to resolve.
Yeah, so well, let's find out, is he mental health, like going to Aspire today, mental health, or like?
I didn't see any in his history. I don't.
All right. Well, while we're
You know-
Mr. Kimber, is he gonna be available tomorrow, you think? Or is he gonna be like on?
He's in mental health dorm, so until they remove the suicide precaution off him.
All right, so he may be being Baker acted, so.
Oh, okay.
All right, so we'll do this for Mr. Kimber. Are you waiving his appearance? I was gonna put on a mental health pretrial release and,
Yes, Your Honor. I'll waive the appearance.
all right. I'm gonna file probable cause for his arrest of trespass on property after warning, gonna gonna release him on mental health pretrial release in this case. Does it qualify for mental health pretrial release? I'm going to release him on his own recognizance, conditions that he check in with his attorney at least twice a month and not return to the scene of the location. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Joshua Piper, sir.
Sir, you're here in case 2021 MM 8114 AO on charge of petty theft. Did review the charging affidavit in your case. Did find probable cause for your arrest. States an offer to resolve this case.
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Piper, we're going to set your bond in this matter, amount of $250. Condition of your bonds, you're not allowed to return to the scene of the location, not allowed to have any contact with victims or witnesses, not allowed to possess any drugs, alcohol without a valid prescription. You'll be subject to random drug testing in this case. You're out on bond in case 2021 CF 1222288 AO. In that case, the court's going to revoke those bonds. It's going to set bond in count one. Each one of your counts in that case, amount of $2,000. Condition of the bonds in those cases that you not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You're subject to random drug testing in those cases as well. Going to appoint a public defender to represent you in all your matters. You have a great day, sir.
Your Honor, I would ask on the out on bond that you consider not taking any action in the new case. It appears, one, he's homeless, two, he was stealing, it was food. So I just ask that you take that into consideration, given they are nonviolent offenses. And I don't see any failures to appear. Looks like his last conviction was in 2014, Your Honor.
What do you say to the request state?
I actually don't mind, Your Honor, considering that Mr. Piper was arrested in September, and as of yet, we have not filed formal charges.
All right, Mr. Piper, I'm not going to take any action as to your out on bond case.
Thank you.
Have a great day, sir.
Your Honor, Ms. Warren refused.
All right, 2021 MM 8120 AO, Mr. Warren, Ms. Warren, I'm sorry, we're going to appoint a public defender representative.
I'll waive the appearance, Your Honor.
We're going to set her bond in this case, $500, conditional bond, no contact with the victims, no need to target the victim, no return to the scene, no weapons, no firearms, the weapons or firearms she has needs to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of her release. Actually, for Ms. Warren. Sorry. Apologize. I just looked at her sheet again. On the same conditions, but I wanted to release her on mental health pretrial release first. If she doesn't qualify, then I'll set her bond at 500. Same conditions though. All right. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
William Kellum, Your Honor.
Mr. Kellum, you here in case 2015 MM 11614 AO on a failure to appear warrant. Judge set your bond in the amount of $0. Your bond's going to remain at $0. You already have the public defender. Nope, you don't. Want to appoint a public defender to represent you in this case?
Yes.
You have a great day, sir. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Yes, sir. It's Denver Randall Freeman.
Mr. Freeman, you here in case 2021 MO 1332 AO on charges of disorderly conduct. I did review the charging affidavit, did find probable cause for your arrest. The city of Orlando is offering you a withhold adjudication of guilt and court costs to resolve your case. You want to take that offer from the city?
Yes, sir, I do.
Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Sir, this charge you're facing, you can put your hand down. Charge you're facing is a second-degree misdemeanor, punishable up to 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve this case?
No contest.
You know, say by entering a plea of no contest, you're going to waive all the rights outlined on the plea form that's in front of you.
Okay. Yes, sir. I understand.
All right. Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No, sir.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No.
You know, say by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
Yes, sir.
I did not have an opportunity to view a charging affidavit, did find a factual basis contained therein, going to accept your plea of no contest, finds your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. We're going to withhold adjudication of guilt, give you credit for the 2 days you spent in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. Court costs in this case are $223. Give you 1 year from today's date to pay that money directly to the clerk in full. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. You have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
Everyone. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Chanquavius Hicks.
Mr. Hicks, you're here in case 2021 CF 5402 AO on a failure to appear warrant. Judge set your bond amount of $500 in that case. What state was there an offer to resolve this case today?
Adjudication of guilt and credit time served.
Mr. Hicks, do you want to accept the state's offer of an adjudication of guilt credit time, sir?
Yes.
Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, put your hand down, sir. Sir, the charge you're facing in this case is a second-degree misdemeanor, punishable up to 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. You understand that? Gary,
Yes.
this charge, do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to this charge of no valid driver's license?
No contest.
You understand by entering a plea of no contest, you're gonna waive all the rights outlined on the plea form that's in front of you.
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, medication?
No.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
Yes.
I did have an opportunity to review your charging affidavit and your citation in this case. Did find a factual basis contained therein. I'm going to accept your plea of no contest. Find your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I'm going to withhold adjudication of guilt. You know, credit for the 4 days you spent in Orange County Jail with 4 days credit time served. Did I miss that? Was it a withhold, right?
It was an adjudication.
According to the face sheet, Your Honor, he has
He has no adult charges. This is his first adult
It's a
case.
juvie. It's juvie.
the felony charges are,
All juvenile.
oh, then it's a withhold then, Your Honor.
Withhold adjudication of guilt, give you 4 days in the county jail with 4 days credit time served. Court costs and cost of prosecution in this case are $301. Going to give you 2 years from today's date to pay that money directly to the clerk in full. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. Yeah, this is Mr. Hicks' first adult charge, but you don't get no more. You know, 19 years old, stay out of here. You know, don't come back. Have a great day. All right, well, almost. Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Tavish Lee Bernard Key.
Mr. Key, here in 2020 CT 2177 AO for a failure to appear warrant. Judge set your bond amount of $150. I think bond's gonna have to remain as set in this case. Want to appoint the public, I think you already, let me see. You want to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case?
Yes, I do.
All right, I'm gonna appoint the public defender to represent you. You all ready, sir? Just want to, yeah, just failure to appear warrant. He's on probation.
Augustine Stephen, bonded, Your Honor.
Right. Next person I have is Castro.
Castro, okay.
All right, good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Daniel Castro Gonzalez.
Mr. Castro Gonzalez, you here in case 2020 CF 13721 AO on a failure to appear warrant. Judge signed your warrant in this case, set your bond amount of $1,000 on each count. Making condition your bond not return to the scene of the location. May not engage in any secondhand pawn transactions. You have a great day, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Eli Shukun.
Sir, you're here in case 2021 CF 14831 AO on charge of driving license suspended as a habitual traffic offender.
That is correct.
Reviewed the charging affidavit in this case, did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to set your bond.
Your Honor, would you be willing to do an ROR in this case, given he has no history?
As I was looking at. Is this phase sheet correct? Ms. Davis, was there any updates? All right. Only problem I see with ROR is that, Shuko's not a United States citizen.
Your Honor, he's been here for 18 years.
All right, you still at this Winwood?
Yes. Cove. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we're gonna release you on reconnaissance as to this charge, condition, and bond. Or your RORs, you're not operating a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license.
Correct.
All right, have a good day. Don't point to public defender, represent him. Oh, yeah, want to point to public defender, represent. All right, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name? Bless you. Apologize.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
This is Cruz Montan.
Sir, you're here in case 2021 MM 558AA on a charge of petty theft. They reviewed the charging affidavit in that case, did find probable cause for your arrest. You're also here in 2021 CF 14845AO on a charge of harming a public servant. They reviewed the charging affidavit in that case, did find probable cause for that arrest as well. As to your petty theft case, we're gonna set your bond, in that case, amount of $500, condition of bond, no return to the scene of the location. No contact, be quiet. No contact with the victims or witnesses, no return to the scene of the location. You're also here, in your felony case, you're gonna set your bond, in that case, amount of $1,000. As your out on bond case, 2021 MM 548AA, of course, gonna revoke your bond in that case, gonna set your bond at no bond. Gonna appoint a public defender to represent you in all your cases. You have a great day, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Christopher Everett.
Mr. Everett, you're here in case 2021 CF 14848AO on charge of possession of MDMA or ecstasy. I did review a charging affidavit in your case. I did find probable cause for your arrest. We're gonna set your bond in this case amount of $1,000. Condition on your bond that you not possess or consume any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. Be subject to random drug and alcohol testing. Say, did you file on this other case? Because I couldn't find it. I don't think I had a proper case number.
It's an Osceola, Your Honor. It
Osceola
was
case.
filed, yes. And trial is December 13th.
All right, so you're out on bond, Osceola County case 2021 CF 40 for finding probable cause to commit a new law offense while you're out on bond. In that case, gonna revoke that bond. Set bond at $0. I'm gonna appoint a public defender to represent you in any new cases. You have a great day, sir. All right.
How you doing?
Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Trevor Delaney Howell, sir. Your
Mr. Howell, you're here in case 2021 CF 1408 AO on a charge of delivery of cocaine within 1,000 feet of convenience business, sale delivery of cocaine and possession of cocaine. Judge signing a warrant in this case found probable cause for your arrest. Gonna stay your bond in count one amount of $10,000. Count two, gonna set your bond amount of $150. Count three, $150. Condition of your bond is that you're not allowed to possess or consume any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You're also not allowed to return to the scene of the location where this incident occurred. You'll be subject to random drug and alcohol testing as to this case. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You have a great day, sir.
Yes, sir. Your Honor. All right, so I'll make.
All right. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Eric Garland.
Sir, you're here in case 2021 CF 14738 AO on a charge of possession of a weapon or firearm by a convicted felon, possession of methamphetamine with a weapon, and possession of drug paraphernalia. You said Ireland, right?
Yes, but it's not a weapon, it's ammo.
Just looking at it. Maybe it was wrong on my sheet. Let me look at the affidavit itself. All right, the charging app, the warrant affidavit says count one, felon in possession of a firearm or ammunition, count two, possession of methamphetamine, and count three, possession of drug paraphernalia. Yes. I don't see an information file. Court found probable cause for your arrest as to those charges. Bond will remain as set in these cases, $4,000, $1,500. Additional bond, no weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be returned to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You may not possess or consume any drugs, alcohol without a valid prescription. You be subject to random drug and alcohol testing. And state you believe you haven't filed on this petty theft, correct?
Yes, Your Honor. He has pretrial tomorrow.
Might we resolve that case? Or-
Ms. Davis, can you give me his credit time served?
Um, 2 days.
At this time, Your Honor, no, I do not have an offer for Mr. Island. Thank you, Ms. Davis.
All right, Mr. Ireland, it's the 2021 MM4841AO. Of course, I'm not gonna take any action as to that case because I believe it happened before you were released on your petty theft case, according to the warrant. Have a great day, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Charles Jones.
Mr. Jones, you're here in case 2021 CF 14853AO on charges of driving under the influence, no motor vehicle registration, and driver license suspended as a habitual traffic offender.
I have
Yeah.
a license.
Well,
I just got my license.
well, hold on.
We'll talk about.
Look at the affidavit again. All right. How that happen? Well, according to affidavit, you gotta work that out later on. Maybe more concerned, you may want to think about what's your federal probation officer is gonna think about what's going on today. Bonnie, first count, $100, count two, $100, count three, $150. Sorry, $2,500, condition to bond. Now operate motor vehicle without a valid driver's license, may not possess or consume any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription, subject to random drug and alcohol testing. You as well as may not enter any bars or places where the primary source of income is to sell alcoholic beverages. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case. You have a great day, sir. All right. Morning, sir. Can you tell me? Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Yes, Jerome Jones.
Mr. Jones, you're here in case 2021 CF 14819 AO on a charge of burglary of a structure with assault or battery in, criminal mischief, and trespass on property after warning. Did review the charging affidavit in this case, did find probable cause for your arrest. When appointing the public defender to represent you, state what is your request as to count one?
Count one is punishable by life, Your Honor. I ask defendant be held no bond.
And Ms. George, what is your response to the state's request?
You reserve the right to have an Arthur hearing, Your Honor.
All right, sir, as to count one, the court's gonna hold you at no bond. Count two, we're gonna set your bond in the amount of $1,000, and count three, you're gonna set your bond amount of $100. Condition of your bond is that you're not allowed to have any contact with any victims or witnesses from this case. Not allowed to return to the scene of the location where this incident occurred. You also may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons and firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. And I want to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case. Sorry, I already appointed the public defender to represent you. You have a great day, sir. All right. Good afternoon, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Nicole Michelle Leibold.
Ma'am, you're here in case 2021 CF 14854 AO on charge of possession of fentanyl, possession of MDMA or ecstasy, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Did review the charging affidavit in your case, did find probable cause for your arrest. All right, is this Cimarron Boulevard address your mom's house?
The Cimarron Boulevard address is my friend. His name is Abner. I was living with him. I just moved back here from Alabama.
Why'd you come back?
My family's here. My whole family's in Florida.
Like Florida's been too good to you, so why'd you come back?
Horrible. I shouldn't have. I really shouldn't have.
All right, Ms. Davis, does she qualify? It seems like the address she was speaking with pretrial release about was her mom's house. All right, man, we're gonna release you on pretrial release in this case. Condition of your pretrial release is that you're not allowed to possess or consume any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You're subject to random drug and alcohol testing. If Abner is one of these people that, you know, part of their triggers, because you've been to rehab, looks that way according to your mom, so you know how that works. That's why I asked you, why'd you come back? Because it seemed that this is a place where a lot of triggers must be for you because we're here.
Came here because my kids are here.
Yeah, but how you gonna do, what you gonna do for them if you're here with me?
Right. Right.
Your kids could have, I mean, you could have worked on that situation if they're in DCF custody or with your mom or something like that. You could have got that figured out while you were in Alabama.
Right.
The kids could have came with you out there. All right.
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna appoint a public defender to represent you. You have a great day.
Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
No, DeAndre McFadden, sir.
Sir, you're here in case 2021 CF 14849 AO on charge of grand theft motor vehicle. You reviewed the charging affidavit in your case, did find probable cause for your arrest. Gonna set your bond in this case, amount of $1,500. Condition of the bond, no contact with any victims or witnesses, no return to the scene where this incident occurred. We're gonna appoint the public defender to represent you. State was there an offer to resolve this no valid driver's license case?
No, Your Honor, according to the notes, he's actually trying to get his driver's license. So something about paying a $60 fine and something else. So no, I didn't make an offer.
All right. Have a great day, sir. I don't know. Guess somebody can give me some input because I'm trying to figure out Mr. McFadden here. Fade, I'm sorry. He's 23 years old. Just seems to be on a mission as well to sell his life to the state of Florida for free. So,
Yeah. Your Honor, I would. Oh, he's just released. Point to the fact that it looks like the last conviction was in 2018. Looks like he was released, but given that he only has to pay that fine to get his license back, I would
I mean, that means that shortly after his release in July 26th of last year, that he was then arrested for a felony charge that was now reduced to a driver's license suspended. And he's here now, November 2021, alleged to have committed another felony charge. Of the sort he already has convictions for. Not only that, you know. So I'm just, somebody just, you want to talk to Ms. May, talk to your client, figure out what's his plan, and then, you know, give his life to the state of Florida.
Your Honor, he plans on paying the fine next week. He
You
was
don't have a job.
he was working for a landscaping business. He was just recently laid off from that. He states that he is currently looking for new employment. So I would ask that you consider that if he's in here, he can't look for a new job. He can't pay the driver's license off. And given that he only has the $60, I would just ask that you take all of that into consideration. He states that's what he's trying to do after being laid off from the landscaping job.
All right. I want to just tell you like this. You got to shoot your ideas a little higher. if you want to be, think you're gonna landscape for the rest of your life, and that's gonna be a stable source of employment, that's just crazy talk. You're 23 years old. You made a terrible decision shortly after becoming an adult. It resulted in you now being sentenced to almost 2 years in prison. I don't know what you did while you were in DOC, which is kind of another amazing thing for me. You actually graduated high school, which is like, well, I congratulate you for that. But you didn't take care of any business while you were in there. You hung out for 2 years almost when you should have been getting some kind of skill that's gonna like not get you hanging out with me. So you may want to think about doing that while you out here. Now this is $60 you gotta pay, but like something. Like people get paid way more than me, even me. Dudes that I know that are felons. They do plumbing, HVAC, all kinds of that, because they have a skill that they can offer this world. But if you think you're gonna be a skillless person and not offer anything to us, to this society, and think that you're not gonna hang out in prison, you might as well just have a sit down. Don't even go nowhere when you get out of here. Just sit down right there in the hallway. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
I'm not gonna take any action on this. This open case, but you gotta do something, man. Like something. Like I don't. Whatever your plan is, but you gotta like take it to like another. You open your level to another level and not be here.
Sir.
No. You didn't take any action.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Joel Mejia.
Mr. Mejia, you're here in case 2021 CF 14836 AO on charge of grand theft, motor vehicle, possession of cannabis. You also have 2021 CT 7602 AO on charge of driver license suspended. As to your grand theft charge, of course, going to set your bond amount of $1,500. Count 2, going to set your bond amount of $100. Condition of the bond: no weapons of firearms. Weapons of firearms you have need to be returned to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You not operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. Not have any contact with any victims or witnesses from that case. As to your driverless suspended case, of course, going to set your bond in the amount of $250. Condition of the bond: not operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. We're going to appoint the public defender to represent you in both matters. You have a great day, sir.
Your Honor, may I say something?
You'll talk to your attorney first.
Your Honor, he wants to know how you found probable cause for the grand theft.
I didn't know the car was stolen, Your Honor.
Doesn't matter. You're an actual physical control of a stolen item. You're presumed to be the knowledge of that stolen item. That is stolen. That's what the jury instruction actually says. It's a rebuttable presumption. Now you can put on evidence at a trial that that's what it is. But right now, as far as probable cause determination, was really only our second lowest evidentiary burden, is probable cause you committed a crime. Because of your history, and because of that may be true based on what I read in your affidavit, they didn't set your bond at $5,000 because you already been here before for that very same charge quite a few times. All right, so have a great day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Alexander Colazo.
Mr. Colazo, you're here in case 2020 CF 5621, 2020 CF 5629 AO for a failure to appear warrant. Judge in that case set your bond amount of no bond. You're also here in 2021 CF 14846 AO on charge of possession of cocaine. John Bonds, in that case, $1,000. Condition your bond, no drugs, alcohol without a valid prescription. Subject to random drug and alcohol testing in that case. Going to appoint the public defender to represent you in your new case. You have a great day, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Jose Rodriguez.
Mr. Rodriguez, you're here in case 2021 CF 14840 AO on charge of trafficking of 14 grams or more of methamphetamine, possession of cannabis with intent to sell and deliver, and possession of drug paraphernalia. They reviewed the charging affidavit in your case. Did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to set your bond. Let me see. Rodriguez.
What's his name?
This is Alex Rodriguez?
Jose Rodriguez.
Oh, sorry. You guys messed me up.
Behavior.
Alex Rodriguez's behavior?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'm appointed public defender representative, Mr. Alex Rodriguez, 2021 CF 14840 AO.
I'll waive the appearance, Your Honor.
This is Jose Rodriguez.
All right, hold on. Let me finish. I already started reading the charges for Alex. Let me. Going to set bond in count 1 amount of $100,000, count 2 150, count 3 100. Condition of the bond that he not possess or consume any drugs, alcohol without a valid prescription. He also be subject to Florida Statute 903.046 sub 2 sub F. File an affidavit with the court attesting that the funds used to bond him out did not come from any illegal or illicit source. All right. Apologize, Mr. Jose Rodriguez. Can you tell me your name one more time?
Jose Rodriguez.
Mr. Jose Rodriguez, you're here in case 2021 CT 7608 AO on a charge of leaving the scene with property damage. Did review the charging affidavit in that case, did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to set your bond amount of $500 in that case. Condition of your bond that you not have any contact with any victims or witnesses from that case. Not operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. You're also here in case 2021 CF 14852 AO on charge of aggravated assault with a firearm. Did review the charging affidavit in your case. Did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to set your bond in that case in amount of $25,000. Condition of your bond is not be contact with any victims in that case or any witnesses. Not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release.
Your Honor.
Now I return to the senior location and will appoint a public defender to represent you in this matter. You can talk to your attorney if you need to ask her a question. All right, good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Eric Rodriguez Rodriguez.
Mr. Rodriguez, you're here in case 2021 CF 13699 AO on a charge of grand theft. Did review the charging affidavit as well as the capias in this case. Found probable cause. Stay your bond $5,000. Issue the bond. No return. No contact with victims and witnesses. No return to the scene of the location. May not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be returned to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You said there was no contact with any witnesses, right? All right. You're out on bond in 2021 CF 7247. Say, do you guys file on that case?
Yes, Your Honor. He has pretrial January 26th of next year.
All right. Court found probable cause to commit a new law offense while you're out on bond is going to revoke. Sorry, hold on. This is not. We got to check the date. Oh, I'm sorry. Got to check the date. No, sorry, can't take any action on your, on a bond case. Have a great day, sir. All right, good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name? Sir, you're here in case 2021 CF 14792AO, charges of violence, sexual predator failure to register in this case. Just on your warrants, find probable cause for your arrest. Going to set your bond in this matter amount of $3,500. Condition of the bond, you have 48 hours from the time of release from the Orange County Jail to register as a violent sexual predator or sexual offender. Want to appoint the public defender to represent you. You have a great day, sir.
Yes.
All right. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Ramon Severio.
Severio, you here in case 2021 CF 13416AO, charge of fleeing attempt to elude law enforcement. They reviewed the charging affidavit in this case, did find probable cause for your arrest. You're 22?
Yes, Your Honor.
Bro. All right, we'll set your bond, in this case, amount $3,500. Condition of bond, non-operating motor vehicle without valid driver's license. Gonna appoint a public defender to represent you. Like, this is crazy, man.
Your Honor, I apologize.
Don't apologize to me. Like, I mean, I can't even say like, it's a place, because it's like everywhere you go. So, I mean, some gotta change inside of you, obviously, to get this fixed, because that's crazy. You're 22 years old. That's all right. Have a great day.
Thanks.
All right. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
How you doing, Your Honor? My name is Emmanuel Suarez. Good afternoon.
Sir, you're here in case 2021 CF 14844AO on charge of driverless suspends a visual traffic offender, carrying a concealed firearm and possession of cannabis. 1 second. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. Did find leave probable cause for your arrest, but something I wanted to look at.
Your Honor, he does qualify for pretrial release.
Mm-hmm.
I would ask for pretrial release in this case.
Yeah, it was this carrying concealed firearm charge. That's all. Yeah. All right, so count 1, court did find probable cause for his arrest. Count 3 found probable cause for your arrest. Count 2, state you're gonna have to help me out there, because this seems to be a securely encased firearm.
I did not own the vehicles.
Hold on. I understand the firearm was found inside the center console.
Your Honor, I do not believe that 24 hours would produce a different result as the law enforcement officer was quite explicit as to where he found it and in what condition.
All right, so we're not gonna find any probable cause. That's the count two. Gonna release you on your own recognizance. That's that. That's the counts 1 and 3. Going to release you on pretrial release. Additionally, pretrial release that you not operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license, not possess or consume any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription, be subject to random drug and alcohol testing at your expense. Going to appoint the public. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. You have a great day, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Dwight Williams.
Mr. Williams, you're here in case 2019 CF 15328 AO on a failure to appear warrant. Judge signed your warrant in case set your bond at no bond. Your bond's gonna remain at no bond. I'm gonna appoint the public, so you already have the public defender representing you in this case. So, yep. You have a great day, sir. State, you got anything else?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Ms. George.
Nothing from defense, Your Honor.
And Ms. Davis? Sunshine. 8 minutes over from Sunshine's prediction. Everybody have a great day. We'll be adjourned until 9 o'clock.